without the ball getting out of his feet. Look at the way he just launches that one over the top. And this, you have to see the way Sergio Conceição's feet move compared to Jonathan Tah's. This is absolutely hilarious. It's just so good. Portugal have beaten Germany 2-1 in the Nations League semifinals, and I'll be honest with you, they look scary. But the thing that makes this team so strong is they have a couple players in every single position who are really top quality, and also an enormous amount of variety. So they can change games with substitutions by bringing on completely different player profiles. What we're going to do here is go ahead and break down the game really more from a Portugal perspective, because they were just so impressive and, well, they were the winners. So welcome to Campfire Football. I'm Sebastian North. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please let me know what you think about Portugal. Are they a favorite for the 2026 World Cup, and will they beat Spain in the Nations League final this weekend? All right, Roberto Martinez, it was a big surprise to a lot of people, me included, when he got this job, because he had just basically blown it with the golden generation of Belgium, not able to take them over the line, and had a really embarrassing World Cup with them last time out. And you kind of felt like, oh no, is he going to waste this group of players? Well, after watching this match against Germany, I would say that he is giving them as good a chance as he possibly could. So let's go ahead and get into this. The first thing that they have is a lot of pace, and Pedro Neto in this match really got to showcase his. The reason why Portugal are using their pace well is that they like to be vertical. They were not doing large passages of possession to try and unlock the door. When they were in their own half, they looked a lot of the time for direct forward passes to get out. So the ball here comes forward to Pedro Neto. He bodies Jonathan Tah off the ball, which is impressive because Jonathan Tah is huge. But he sells himself, Pedro Neto gets it, and then here's the thing. He has the pace to go a long way and carry it before anyone can actually get to him. Now, in this scenario, chops the ball back looking for Ronaldo in a very good position. Really should have done better with his finish. It's saved, but that was good intent from Portugal right there. They also would drop back into this shape right here. They would get pretty deep, pretty compact when Germany were possessing, but they're happy to do that because they'll draw the German team out, and then when they can win it, again, right here, Pedro Neto winning the tackle, they have the pace to just drive at their opponents on the counterattack. Now, the other thing they have is fantastic central midfielders, and Bernardo Silva has to be probably the classiest of them all at this point. They had Bruno Fernandes, Ruben Neves, and Bernardo Silva in the midfield, and these three were just moving and shifting all over the place, picking up the ball. They're very hard to mark, and they're very good at finding pockets of space and being able to turn. Here, Bernardo Silva just sees that there's a space ahead of Leroy Sané. Nuno Mendes is wide, and Kimmich has to follow him. The ball comes into Bernardo Silva, and then Kimmich has to leave Nuno Mendes. Now, take a look at Pedro Neto here. He is dropped in to help receive this ball, but now that it's going to go out to Nuno Mendes, he realizes he can just turn and start running. And he's got Jonathan Tah a long way out of position, and Nuno Mendes, absolutely terrific ball through into the space. When Pedro Neto gets the ball right here, he really should be just poking this one across into the path of Cristiano Ronaldo, takes the touch forward, and then looks up, and now the ball is kind of cut off. So he's got to sort of try and do it in his own, tries to wriggle his way into the box, and gets tackled. Ronaldo, pretty annoyed right there, you can see. But that pace that they have, and especially Nuno Mendes, I mean, what he brings is really, really impressive. Here we got into the second half, and Jonathan Tah is going to try and play a ball out wide to Kimmich, and Nuno Mendes kind of already sees it. He's already leaving Leroy Sané. Once that ball gets played, Nuno Mendes is first to it, and here's what's clever about him. He doesn't just actually try and touch this ball around Kimmich or try and dribble it or even just sort of step over it to keep it. He does the right thing of passing it forward immediately and then continuing his run because he knows he's not going to be caught. Then the final product. I mean, look at this cross looking for Ronaldo. It's absolutely terrific, but he just puts it wide. Portugal should have taken the lead early in the second half, but they would actually go behind just a couple minutes later through Florian Wirtz. And I think it was interesting to see them give up this goal because we want to see how they would react. The other thing it showed was that there was one player in this lineup that didn't quite make sense to me, and that was Trincao. He's a good technician, he's a good player, but he doesn't seem to fit as well. And they were heavily reliant on Pedro Neto's speed on one side because Trincao doesn't really bring that as much. Here he takes a big touch inside, loses it to Florian Wirtz. That's what causes Germany to get the ball and have possession at the top of the box. And this is actually a controversial goal because though he gets in and heads it in, you can see Ruben Diaz has his hand up like, yo, that's offside. He immediately protested and actually completely agreed. For some reason, the VAR and the referee did not feel like this was Voltemata coming from an offside position to interfere with the play because he absolutely interferes. I think Ruben Diaz, if Voltemata is not there, is able to make some kind of challenge, maybe block the header, whatever it is, ball goes in, and Portugal felt really annoyed at this point. Roberto Martinez and a couple members of the staff got yellow cards. It was, getting spicy, but he went ahead and played his hand, made 3 substitutions, and they made a massive difference. He brought in Nelson Semedo for João Neves. João Neves playing at right back was a little peculiar, but he did a pretty decent job there. Trincao came off for Sergio Conceição, and Ruben Neves came off for Vitinha. And Sergio Conceição would have an immediate impact. I mean, you imagine Conceição on one side and Pedro Neto on the other, because if Pedro Neto lit up the first half with his speed, Conceição, oh my goodness. Look at this, drop of the shoulder, drives inside, no one wants to get near him, and he lifts up a gorgeous curler right into the back post, and Portugal are level at 1. And very quickly, they would take a 2-1 lead. Nuno Mendes once again showing his quality. So ball gets loose here. Vitinha does an excellent job of chesting the ball and playing it down across. Now, what's interesting here, you can see Sergio Conceição not pinned out in the wide area. He would tuck inside sometimes to allow Nelson Semedo the room to run down that flank. They would also do this on the left-hand side with Nuno Mendes. So watch him as he gets the ball here. Look at Vitinha. He's going to just make this motion to him. Go ahead. You go forward. And Vitinha will drop in behind him, giving an option. Now, what's really clever about this, Serge Gnabry actually completely bites on this. He immediately tries to get in the way to block the ball to Vitinha. And check this out from Nuno Mendes. Just so clever. Little outside touch around the corner to Bruno Fernandes. Starts his run. Bruno Fernandes with the outside of the touch into him. And Nuno Mendes is quick. He's powerful. He is a good runner, so once he gets a step on you, you are not going to catch him. And the final ball here, gets it perfectly right, puts it on a plate for Ronaldo, he scores, and it's 2-1. Portugal just kept on coming, and though Germany would every now and again be able to create something, there were no real clear-cut chances. Meanwhile, Portugal were just using this pace in such dangerous ways. I showed you last time Sergio Conceição tucked inside and Nelson Semedo going around the other way. Well, here they changed it. Nelson Semedo inverts into the 10 spot in midfield. The ball goes out to Conceição. He plays the ball inside and keeps his run going. And Conceição does excellently to cross it back, but it's cleared away. Now, we started to see some real class from Vitinha in this game, just like we saw in the Champions League final. Man, is he on fire right now. Look at this. As this ball gets headed away, he just picks it up, takes a look, and sees Sergio Conceição already making the run. Without the ball getting out of his feet, look at the way he just launches that one over the top. And this, you have to see the way Sergio Conceição's feet move compared to Jonathan Tah's. This is absolutely hilarious. It's just so good. Anyway, he cuts inside on Jonathan Tah, gets the shot off just wide. Here he is again, Vitinha playing the ball out to him, does a very nice little elastico to completely burn Adeyemi, crosses the ball into a super dangerous area. Ronaldo is just a step behind, and it's cleared by Kimmich. But we have to just see this final party trick. Look at this from Vitinha. What I love about what he does here, what's so clever, is that he basically jumps onto the other side of the ball here to be able to see both of defenders, to not have to try and figure out where they're at with his back to them. Then it's about technique. And look at this. Outside of the foot touch away, without taking an extra step, he reaches for it and hooks it right through the legs of the defender. I mean, that is just absolute class. Goodness me, this team is nasty. So do you think Roberto Martinez can take this team to glory, or will he get in their way? But if you look at their talent, they're loaded top to bottom, and I think we'll definitely make a deep run in the World Cup next year. So let's take a look at how they do in the Nations League final. They will play Spain, who beat France 5-4 in a thriller. That video is coming tomorrow. So thanks for stopping by. I'm Sebastian North. This is Campfire Football. Hope you enjoyed the breakdown. Once again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave your opinions in the comments section. I'll see you next time. Take it easy.